we're gonna do the thing that everyone does in the videos, where it's like, wow. Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're all having a fantastic, fantastic day. Today, we are gonna be testing out some overly sponsored products, not sponsored, and we're gonna test them out. We're gonna see, are they actually worth the money? Are they worth the hype? And just explore a little bit about the world of sponsored products. And I'm genuinely curious. There are a lot of products here. I bought them all myself, I purchased them myself, and we will see if they are worth it. I will give you guys the rundown on all these products. And if there are any other products out there that you would like me to test out for a future video, leave them down below and make sure you subscribe for new videos here every single Thursday. And let us dive into the first product. Good morning, welcome to my bathroom. We're gonna be testing out a skincare brand today, and this is one that I've seen sponsored all over Instagram. Really popular. It is Sand and Sky. This is an Australian brand that uses a lot of local ingredients in their masks and different skincare products. I bought two of their more popular masks. One is the Australian Pink Clay, and then the other one is the Australian Emu Apple Super Bounce Mask. Emu? Isn't Emu an animal? So we're gonna start today with the Super Bounce Mask because on the website, actually speaking of the website, I found it really easy to navigate. I really liked how everything was laid out. They talked about the ingredients, where they sourced them from. They talked about who the mask is suitable for, what skin type, for example, when to use it, how to use it, who it's safe for. Like, they went into a lot of detail, which is really helpful. So this one right here is called the Super Bounce Mask because it's gonna give you that bouncy, glowy kind of skin. It has tons of hyaluronic acid in it, all sorts of different antioxidants. They have vitamin C in there, just like a ton of stuff. So we're gonna try this out because we're gonna be doing makeup after. We're gonna see if my skin just like looks better. And along with this mask, actually, we're gonna be testing out another skincare brand. This is one called Starface. This is one I never heard of before, but a lot of people had mentioned it on Instagram, and so I wanted to check out some of the products. The one that I got is the Lift Off Pore Strips. And I know what you're thinking, pore strips.
Are we sure about that?
Pore strips over the last little while have gotten a really bad reputation because they can kind of strip away at the skin. They can leave it very red and irritated, and just overall that whole like ripping your skin just isn't the greatest. But these ones are supposed to be really nice and soothing. They have aloe vera in them. They're supposed to be just nice and calming. And any of the comments that I read on the website were a lot of like, these aren't like the ones you'd get at the drugstore. They're very different. They feel great. They remove everything without like really stripping the skin. And they also have these like little hyaluronic acid stars, which are so cute. So if you have acne, that might be a good one to test out. I don't have any on my skin right now, so I didn't buy those. So I thought we would like put both of these on my skin and just see what's up. I guess we should start with the Starface one. Just kind of put the Sand and Sky like around it. And the packaging, by the way, is really cute. They talk about how most of the product is actually recyclable, including the package here. The only thing that you can't recycle and has to go into the garbage is the actual pore strip itself. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then based on the instructions here, you basically like wet your nose, make sure your skin's all clean. Actually, I need to do that. Then I'm gonna wet my nose and then we're gonna apply it. First, I need to wash my face. Also, by the way, do you like how I just like put on a full like eye makeup look and didn't wash my face? I'm so wise, so smart, so wise. My skin is clean, I'm just wetting my nose. All right, pore strip. It's so cute. It's got these like little star happy smiles on them. Adorable. I'm gonna peel this off and stick it on my nose. Get all that stuff out. I look like I have like a child's band-aid on my nose. It smells a little like charcoal. All right, that's number 2. This is what it looks like right here. By the way, I got the 1 ounce version of the product. I'm gonna open it up. Has its own little scoop. It's not purple at all. So this is gonna be a purple mask. All right. Did I like make that up? This is what it looks like on the website. Purple, gray. Now I am hesitant to put it on my skin. Does it mean it's gone bad? I don't actually know. Maybe it's supposed to turn gray. I'm looking at the website and everyone at the bottom has it on their skin and it's sort of this like very pale purple. Okay, what did I order?
What is this?
All right, well, I guess I'll try it and see. I'm mildly skeptical about this now. Ugh, mildly regretting my decision to put this on my face. Also worth noting, they said to put a nice thick layer on your skin. You can see right there, I've gone through like half the container. So I'm gonna leave this on my skin for about 10 minutes or so, and then we're going to take off the pore strip and then take off this mask. So we'll see what happens. Okay, we're back. Whew, ran up the stairs. So I have 2 things that I would like to update you on. Number 1, I checked the expiry date on the product because I was wondering from before, I was like, is it just like an old batch? I mean, not acceptable, but like maybe that can explain the color change. But no, on here it's supposed to expire in February of 2023. So that is not the issue. Maybe each of the masks is mildly different in terms of color. I don't know, I can't explain it. And number two, my skin feels like tighter, but in that like hydrated, something is working on my skin kind of way. It doesn't feel like it hasn't done anything. It's almost, you know what it is? It's almost like this good numb feeling. It's the best way I can describe it. So I'm going to start by taking this off of my skin. Hopefully it doesn't hurt. It kind of hurts. It kind of hurts. Ow, ow. Yeah. Yay. It's off now. Is my skin red? Yeah, a little bit, I guess. Okay, did I get anything out of my pores? I mean, this is kind of gross, but at the same time, very satisfying. I have to say, one of the things that I like about the black strips on the nose, that you can really see the like white heads pop on here, so it's a little harder to see on these. Turns out I didn't have a lot of clogged pores, I guess. So proud of myself. There is still some stuff that came out though, so I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, now we need to wash this like goop off my face. I highly recommend, by the way, anytime you use a mask and you're trying to get off like a really goopy one, use those like makeup removing towels. They work really well for that. Okay, so how does my skin feel? You know what? It actually feels kind of plumper. Yeah, it's the best way I can describe it. It feels like plump. Like I can feel the difference, which is kind of cool. My skin's very soft. It's soft right now. Isn't it nice? My nose feels very, very soft as well, so that was good. I mean, really, I'm just kind of weirded out by the color of the Santa Sky mask because it looks kind of disgusting. So now let's put on a little bit of skincare. Oh, it's better. And while we do this, let's talk about another really popular product that I have been using for, I want to say close to a month, and that is the Native Deodorant. I see ads for those myself like all the time, all over the place. I've always been really curious because they're so highly rated and people love them so much. So I've been using them for a while and I have some thoughts on them. So first of all, quick backstory. I come from the world of antiperspirants and I've used them my whole life, and I'm slowly kind of integrating more deodorant use over antiperspirant use. I know everyone's a little bit different on how they feel about them, but that's kind of what's been working for me so far. And I have found with pretty much any of the deodorants that I have tried, they work really well for like 1 or 2 days. And then after like an hour or two of wearing it, I start to smell and I'm like, this is gross. And I've tried a whole bunch of brands, drugstore, high-end, everything in between. And I always come away after a couple of days, it just like stops working. So I bought 2 different scents that are really, really popular from Native Deodorant, and I thought I would try it for a while just to see what my thoughts are, how often I had to reapply it, and all those things. So the 2 that I got, one is eucalyptus and mint, and then the other one is coconut and vanilla. These are probably the most expensive deodorants that I have ever purchased. And honestly, I think my favorite is actually the eucalyptus and mint one. Turns out I really like the scent of eucalyptus and mint. If you've ever smelled the soap from Bath & Body Works, it smells kind of like that. And honestly, I have not noticed that dip into I start to smell after 2 hours. It's crazy. I get why everyone is so obsessed with these. Like, it really seems to work well. And to me, if you want a good deodorant, you want one to work really well, I had a great experience with these. Okay, now let's go to my desk and we're gonna try out some nails that are super popular. And these are like really long for me, so we're gonna have to see how this goes. And the brand is Static Nails. And this is a brand that I've seen across a couple of different influencers, and they seem to really love this brand. And this is my first time ever doing like glue on nails. I always use the Impress manicures, which have like sort of like a sticky, tacky kind of a coating to the back. I don't know, something about glue just like freaks me out and I'm really nervous. But these are supposed to be reusable nails and they come off really easily in the way that you want them to. They're not just gonna like pop off. But apparently you can adjust how much glue that you use on your nails, and that's going to adjust how long the nails stay on your nails. So you can have them come off in a couple of days, or you can have them really last for 2 weeks. It's kind of up to you. And then you just clean them off and then you can keep reusing them, which is really awesome. So I got 3 different styles, 3 different shades, and I wasn't really sure which ones I wanted to do. We have more of the pointy nude ones right here, which are very pretty, very classic. And then we have more of like a rounded shape in this really pretty like minty blue. And then lastly, which is I think the one I'm going to do today, it's this one right here. And it's not giving off the holographicness of these the way than I wanted to, and they're more of like a coffin shape. So we're gonna try these out. I'm gonna try and keep them long. I'm gonna try and have long nails. Can't say I'm gonna last more than a day or so, but we're gonna try. We're gonna see. So let's set this up so you can see these nails. Okay, so here are the nails right here, and let's just apply them and see what happens. And this, by the way, the shade is Peach Fizz on the website, in case you're interested. Yeah. All right, so we have nail file, glue, and then a whole bunch of different sizes of nail. So I'm just gonna try and find the, oh my goodness, that's so long for me. I'm gonna try and find the one that fits my nail the best on all different sides. At least with the Impress ones, I can kind of look at the back and see, oh, this is a 5, so it's gonna work on the other side. Quick update, they do have the numbers. They're just at the top and they're really, really hard to see, but there's little numbers there. All right, I was just checking the website and they have specific instructions, whether you want them to last 1 to 2 days, 5 to 7 days, or 7 to 18 days. And it's all just the amount of glue that you use. So that's good to know. And what's also interesting is that the glue is like a special kind of glue that's not like the glue bonds in acrylic. So basically it just dissolves as you continue to wear it until it's just like pops off. So I'm going to apply the 1 to 2 day amount because I don't know how much I'm going to love how long these are, but then I can always adjust it as we go. So again, not expecting a lot of longevity here. I'm just nervous cause glue. Just apply a thin strip of glue from the cuticle all the way up to the tip, right down the middle, and then press the nail on top. I'm going to start from the outside and work my way in. Okay, put that on and then push down firmly in place. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Whoops, I'm an idiot. I totally forgot that you're supposed to let it dry for 6 seconds so it gets nice and tacky. So I have glue on these 4 fingers. They've dried down, and now I can start applying the nails. Guys, look at them. Ooh, I feel like such a baddie. Ooh, but like, look. It's so pretty. Okay, so let's talk initial thoughts. I'm moving to the bathroom because my 1-year-old is sleeping on the other side of my filming space. So one thing I really appreciated about these nails is that when I did a thin strip down the middle and pressed my nail down on top, sometimes it wouldn't take, depending on how much glue I was sort of applying, I'd have to like really press down, but it was kind of reassuring to me that if I kind of pressed down a little and then like moved it a little before it was dry, it kind of like came off, and I was like, okay, it's not gonna like take off my nail. I know that's ridiculous, but like, that's how I'm feeling. But they look really pretty. They feel like they're on there too, which is nice considering like they're not supposed to last on here for longer than a day or 2. They feel good quality too, like they are things that you would want to save, you know? And like, I can't stop staring at them. Also, I'd like everyone to know that I have not scratched anyone, including myself yet, you know, a whole hour so far. And now we're gonna get into the next product, which is, I think, one of the most highly requested products, and that is a Makiage. This brand advertises so much on Instagram, and their whole claim to fame is that they have this quiz basically, and it'll match you perfectly with your foundation shade. And so you follow through the different steps, you find your undertone, and you pick different pictures and are like, my skin tone is more like this person than this person. They sort of narrow it down until they find the shade and you're like, this is the one that is yours. And also, I think only in the US you can get a full size of the foundation to try for free, and they'll just send it to you, and if you don't like it, you can return it or you can keep it and pay for it. So I went through the whole quiz. I kind of picked shades that I thought would match me. Again, I use self-tanner, and so my shade sort of like, it varies, very small window, but like it does vary from like right after applying self-tanner to like a couple of days later. So I'm kind of keeping that in mind too when I purchased the foundation shade that I chose. And what I thought was really interesting is that the shade that they picked for me was actually also the shade that when I like combed through all the different shade options that they had, it would have been the one that I would have picked for myself. Now granted, I do pick out a lot of foundation shades in a year. You know, it's my big skill. I feel like after years of testing different foundations, eventually you're gonna get it right. So I have the box here, I have the instructions, I have both the concealer as well as foundation. I totally forgot that I also bought the concealer. So it says on the little card here to use 2 pumps over your entire face, jaw, and neckline and let it sit there for 5 minutes before like testing the shade. So if you bought one and you weren't sure if it was gonna be your shade, let it sit there for a minute because it might be too, I assume, too light to begin with until it kind of like melds into your skin more. So the foundation is the Woke Up Like This Flawless Base Foundation. This is supposed to give a nice natural matte finish to the skin, medium to buildable coverage, and just make your whole skin look super flawless. I find it interesting that this is a natural matte because when I was going through and kind of picking out what type of foundation that I like, I picked Radiant. So it's interesting that my foundation is naturally matte. This is my shade right here, which is the shade 40. So hard to do anything with nails. How do people do this? Okay, so this is the shade right here. It looks like a pretty close match, which is great. And then the concealer, as an interesting name, is a multi-use perfecting concealer, and this one is in the shade 3.5. And it says you can use the foundation and the concealer with or without primer, setting spray, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to go in, as I've done in previous videos, I think for testing out the KVD foundation as well. I'm starting with the Nyx Marshmallow Primer. It's just a really good multi-use primer that I find works really well with a variety of different foundation types. So we're gonna pump a little bit onto my hand here and then apply it to the skin. Also make sure to apply under the eyeball. Don't poke your eye, Rachel. Beautiful. Just realized I have no idea how I'm gonna get my contacts out tonight. Cool. So I'm going to use a sponge because that's what I would normally use. So I'm gonna go and dampen this guy. Okay, got it. Now I have to open up this bottle. You'd think this would be easier with nails, but no, not working. Although nice to know that it doesn't just immediately pop the nail off when I'm trying to open up a package. Okay, so I'm going to start with the concealer here and then go into the foundation after. This is what the applicator looks like, a very thin sponge tip applicator. I'm so used to my e.l.f. one that it's just, this one's so small in comparison. Starting with the concealer. Apply some right in the inner corner and then right on the outside here. And maybe a little bit on the chin, nose. I was gonna cover up some of these like little veins on the side of my face, but I think I want to see what the foundation will do for that. So let's blend this out. I feel like I did not apply enough of this concealer. Let's just try a little bit more, just a little. Mostly like right in this area. And sometimes I will use sort of a color corrector first, so I'm using less concealer on top, and that kind of counteracts a lot of that blue undertone under my eyes. But I just want to see what this will do first before I go into that. Good so far, like not super high coverage, but like it just kind of blends into the skin, which is really nice. Now let's try this guy. Okay, so 2 pumps in the hand. You hear that? It's like I broke something. 1, 2. And then we're going to take it. I mean, it's in range of my skin tone. Like, I feel like once I blend it all out, it'll kind of like meld nicely. But let's see. Also, I'm going to wait 5 minutes and let it kind of sit on the skin. I don't know what that smells like. I don't know if I like it. So that right there is 2 pumps on my skin. Didn't get my forehead, so I'm gonna put a little bit more there. I feel like 2 pumps would have worked if I had used a brush, but because I'm using like a highly porous sponge, it probably soaks up a lot of the product. All right, let's look at this. So solid, medium, full coverage. It does look really pretty on the skin, nice and, I don't know, flawless looking. Not covering up this area right here. I'm gonna put a little bit more around my nose. I'm just kind of curious how much it's actually gonna build. In terms of shade, I don't know if this is like the best match. I feel like the perfect match is one where you just like wipe off a corner of the foundation and it doesn't look like you did anything. It's certainly getting darker on my skin. It's not a bad match, and I think it'll look better too once I've had some fresh coat, if you will, of self tanner. Mine's looking a little patchy right now. The concealer I'm not sold on. I think it's definitely more of like a natural look for that. It's not really covering up the dark circles that I have from not sleeping. But we'll see if I put like a little tiny bit of pink corrector. Will that help to cancel and brighten? Let's find out. How do you blend in the corners when you have long nails? I don't understand. Do you use like your knuckle to blend? Is this why people use brushes so much? Just I'm learning so much. Okay, we're hitting close to the 5-minute mark for how long the foundation has been on my skin. I feel like it has oxidized a lot on my skin. So if you are picking a shade and you're in between a lighter and a darker, you might want to go lighter. All right, last little bit of concealer on there. So this is what the foundation and concealer look like. Concealer, honestly, it is not my favorite. So far, the foundation looks good. Like, my skin looks nice. So let's set it and like finish up and see what that looks like. Okay, so the concealer is like, has peeled off in a couple of areas. Like it looks terrible. So that's pretty unfortunate. It looks weirdly patchy. Can you guys see that? Like that part right there, it's just entirely taken off. I don't know what happened. All I know is that it looks bad and I hate it. But I am curious how this foundation actually holds up the rest of the day, but don't recommend the concealer. Hey guys, it is now the end of the day. This is what my face is looking like. And also want to point out that it is still light outside. I wanted to show you guys what the foundation looks like, what the concealer looks like. I wanted to get this while I still have natural light. It's like almost like 8:15 or so. So you can see up here, stark difference right there where the foundation is kind of rubbed off. Not noticing any like aggressive enlarged pores or anything like that, just like normal skin. I found that it oxidized quite significantly on my skin. So I feel like even in the matching process, from a first impression standpoint, I applied a little bit more of the concealer under my eye and that seemed to help a little bit. It's just not honestly my favorite. I really didn't like it very much. Oh, and also almost forgot, the nails. So in this hand right here, they're still looking real good by end of day. And again, I have 3 babies. We're very busy, there's a lot going on. So long nails is a bit of a adjustment. I know that's not long for a lot of people, but this is like so much nail for me. It's so hard to type. They're so pretty though, and I really like how they look. I will say on the other hand though, had some issues with opening up the package and it ripped off my middle nail. It didn't hurt, which was good. It did kind of hurt the other nail because the other nail didn't come off. Because it was like glued down more, I guess, which I'm honestly not mad about. That is what I kind of set out to do. I didn't want these to stay on for a significant period of time. And then my thumbnail also came off because I was too aggressively tucking the sheets in when I changed the kids' sheets. But I mean, otherwise, they've held up pretty well considering they have almost no glue on them. And I still really like them. I'll re-glue the other ones and just see again how they wear through tomorrow. Okay guys, we're into day 2 of these nails and they're showing no signs of getting any looser. And I can't like force them off obviously just to protect my nails. So I'm gonna trim them down because I've discovered that it's not that I can't handle long nails, it's that my nails, my like actual natural nails are so weak that it hurts to have long nails on. That's always been my issue. It's not these nails, it's me, not static nails, because they're so beautiful. And some of my nails aren't as weak as others. Like my thumbnail, like I can't feel it all. But anytime anything touches like this or moves it, like it just kind of hurts the nail. So I'm gonna trim these down just to make them a little bit more manageable for day to day. Turns out I'm not a long nailed person. I need to take better care of my nails. If you have any suggestions, let me know. But yeah, they're beautiful, beautiful nails. They're still going strong. Okay, so which product are you the most excited about? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you have purchased any of these before, if you like them, if you don't like them. Leave me a comment down below and check out these videos on the side in case you have missed any. I have done videos testing out overly sponsored products before in case you've missed them, and subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos here every single Thursday. I hope you guys have a fantastic, fantastic week and I'll see you all in my next video. Love you all. Mwah!